This is a virtual meeting of University College Dublin, assembled for the conferring of degrees. Good afternoon, I'm Professor Andrew Deeks, President of University College Dublin. On behalf of my fellow faculty and staff, I welcome you to this virtual conferring ceremony, particularly our students, your families and friends, and your supporters far and wide. I'm delighted to be joined virtually by the Principal of the UCD College of Health and Agricultural Sciences, Professor Cecily Kelleher, and by the Dean of Medicine and Head of the UCD School of Medicine, Professor Michael Keane. A quorum is present, and I now call upon Professor Michael Keane to commence the proceedings.
Thank you, President. On behalf of my colleagues at the UCD School of Medicine, I would like to reiterate the President's warm welcome to you all this afternoon. Harceam Macoglaha is Scoil an Laios UCD, Tá an áthas orm fáilte Curróv Quigan Shermanus Bronta Firulchom Tronona. The occasion of the conferring of medicine degrees at UCD is always enjoyed by students, faculty and staff alike. The normal timing in June generally means lovely weather with the campus in full bloom as graduates and their families mingle and take photos by the lake. Graduation is a celebration of your academic achievements and recognition of your clinical training. Usually it's a wonderful class get-together where you can embrace one another and share your memories before you head your separate ways and begin your internships. But this year is different as we find ourselves in unprecedented times. This conferring has been brought forward to today, the 1st of May, so that you can play your role and apply your skills by entering directly into the health system as the country and the world respond to save lives and contain the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm delighted that we will be joined by the Minister for Health, Simon Harris TD, and the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Tony Holohan, who graduated from UCD with a medical degree in 1991, a diploma in child health in 1993, and a Master's in Public Health in 1996. On behalf of my colleagues in the UCD School of Medicine who have thought and guided you throughout your studies and who are so disappointed that they cannot be with you today, I want to congratulate each and every one of you. You've completed your training and you are ready to enter the workforce, and we are proud of you. Before we commence, I will explain the procedure which we will follow. The candidates on whom degrees are to be conferred are graduands. That is, they have fulfilled the requirements and are proceeding to their degree. The Principal of the College of Health and Agricultural Sciences, Professor Cecily Kelleher, will present the graduands for the degree. In response to the presentation, the President, Professor Andrew Deeks, will confer the degree. The candidates have then become graduates. Professor Cecily Kelleher will read Latin and the President will respond in Latin to her. Following this, I will also announce a number of medal awards in recognition of academic excellence.
Pre honorables preces, totaque universitas, presento vobis hasce, meas filias, filiosque meos, quos omnis scio, ta moribus quam doctrina, habilis et idonius esse, qui admittantur ad gradum baccalaureatus in medicina, in chirurgiae, in arte obstetricia, honoro curso confecto, itque tibi fide mea testor expondeo, totaque academiae.
Ego auctoritate mihi concessa, mittobo ad gradum baccalaureatus in medicina, in chirurgia, in arte obstetricia, honoro curso confecto.
Thank you both. I will now list the graduates on whom degrees are to be conferred. The degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery and Bachelor of Obstetrics. Tolu Waladi Adusi. Ogan Rukevwi Agbahovbi. Jeff Ahern. Mohammed Izzeldin Ahmed. Hamad Aliyoub. Dalal Al-Hassan. Fatima Al-Kandari, Amjad Suda Al-Suvi, Cian Anderson, Joseph Dick Anderson, Joshua Sampson Appel, Peter Aylward, Kate Bailey, Jack Barrett, Kevin Bates, Jessica Grierson Bauer, James Bergen, Mairead Bridget Boland, James Bradfield, Sive Brennan, Alexandra Elizabeth Brown, David Michael Burke, Giselle Burke, Aisling Busher, Zaran Ahmad Butt, Aisling Byrne, Fanula Cahill, Paul Casey, Christabel Cavey, Yon Ting Chan, Wen Meng Walter Chu, Roisin Cleary, Laura Coe, Alison Gertrude Conlon, Owen Conlon, Luke David Conroy, Carl Cook, Lindsay Cook, Niamh Corcoran, Edel Costello, Gillian Cotter, Conor Coughlin, Niamh Crowley, Niamh Crowley, Sean Francis Davis, Benjamin William Dean, Pierce Dignan, Daniel Delaney, Anja Dietz, Rachel Elizabeth Dillon, Adrian Doherty, Ryan Joseph Doherty, Jeremy Dover, Jennifer Dowd, Quiva Dowling, Juliette Duff, Georgina Eagleson, Itoro Marvella Idoluk, Nicole Fagan, Gary Fallon, Emma Farrell, Michael Feely, Ciara Fian, Leah Flanagan, Alexandra Foley, Claire Foran, Adam Freegrove,
Ariane Jane Garcia,
Michelle Gerber, Prav Simrat Singh Gill, Hannah Gillen, Mark Glynn, Fasia Gondal, Donal Gorman, James Griffin, Tarini Gunaratne, Barbara Camilla Gwarjan, Niamh Terry Hallinan, Cathal Honley, Shauna Hart, Eva Hartigan, Elena Herrero, Nadia Mackenzie Hill, Matthew Hosey Guang, Julie Honan, Colin Horgan, Emma Hughes, Harry Hughes, Niamh Humphreys, Jonathan Michael Kellogg Hunter, Dara John Hurley, Nandini Jayantinathan, Anne Catherine Jennings, Yusuf Gibran Ali Asghar Ahmed, Mark Patrick Jordan, Conor Kavanagh, G-Man Key, Emma Claire Kearns, Holly Keating, Orla Keenan, Damien Kelly, Shane Kelly, Aisling Krause, Abdubadi Katubi, Emily Late, Elizabeth Hui Lin Lau, Philip Lawless, Lauren Leddy, Lawrence Lee, Orla Michelle Lennon, Jing Lim, Serene Lim Ji Hui, Rachel Lim Jia Zin, Claire Lim Zin Ying, Justin Ling, Lim Mi Ling, Hilary Pui Mon Lo, John Lorrigan, Dermot Lynch, Paul Lynch, Turlock Lynch, Lauren Ann McDonough, Ross McMahon, Veena Madhu, Francesco Magliozzi, Kira Marr, David Marr,
Roy Mahoney,
Rua Wami Makura, Alexis Marcella Mandan, Maeve Matthews, Noor Alia Mazzini, David Livingston McCormick, Lucy McCourt, Niamh MacDonald, Niall Martin McAvoy, Catherine Ellen McGrath, Paul Thomas McHugh, Owen McManus, Dermot McMorrow, Tara McSweeney, Robert Milling, Shaquille Firdaus Mohammed Amadan, Nurul Farhana Mode Pisal, Shakira Mode Rijab, James Morrissey, Nadzira Akila Muhammad, Marissa Mohammed Dinar, Catherine Keegan Mullen, Priya Moradia, Adam Edward Murphy, Dervla Murphy, Joy Murphy, Aidan Murray, Moneen Murray, Oscar Lawrence Corretto Newman, Shona Nikagon, Ola Loken Nordrum, Eamon O'Haneen,
Etain Mary O'Brien,
Luke Martin O'Brien, Orla O'Brien, Siobhan O'Brien, Mairead O'Byrne, Ross O'Carroll, Hugh O'Connor, Joseph O'Connor, Maeve O'Connor, Ronan O'Connor, Irene O'Dea, Agnes Rose O'Donoghue, David O'Driscoll, Padraig O'Farrell, Ailish O'Leary, Rory O'Loughlin, David O'Malley, Patrick O'Mara, Pádraig O'Reilly, Jeremy O'Riordan, Sarah Jane O'Riordan, Muireann O'Shea, David O'Sullivan, Ashish Patel, Givan Narsingh Pradhan, Laura Ann Quinn, Fanula Redmond, Madeline Robinson, Brendan Rowan, Sinead Rowe, Veronica Rozinek, Aisling Noreen Ryan, Fintan Ryan, Oran Kevin Ryan, Leslie Saba, Sharneet Kaur Sandhu, Benjamin Nelson Scott, Gavin Sedgwick, Jerome William Seitz, Kamiyar Shalfrushan, Saad Sharif, Liam Michael Sharkey, Parker Shaw, David Mark Sheehan, Erica Stapleton, Susanna Maria Staunton, Laura Stevens, Rachel Jane Swanick, Eamon Sweeney, Yan Nicole Tan, Gianfranco Tarsitano, Brian Patrick Tehan, Conor Tiernan, Cathal Padraig Fergal Tobin O'Brien, May Agawa, Victorija Vanuskate, Gayatri Katir Velu, Jonathan Walker, Laura Walsh, Juan Salwa Juan Safuan, Adam Ward, Amy Marie Ward, Mark Ward, Chu Wee Yang Joshua, Aquina Ann Wehak, Shiana Williams, Ricky Tsi Hin Wong, Michelle Kathleen Woodfield, Annalisa Carolyn Zieg. Now we have a posthumous award for the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, Bachelor of Obstetrics for Ruth Potter, RIP. I want to extend a warm welcome to Ruth's family who are with us this afternoon. Ruth was very much loved by her classmates who were devastated by her loss, and I know their extensive fundraising efforts were very much appreciated by Ruth's family. She had matured over her time in UCD, loving, learning and living her life to the fullest. We mourn her loss and send our thoughts and prayers to her family. Her yeshde greva hanam delish. A number of medals will now be awarded to students who have displayed academic excellence. The Jeffrey G. Burke Medal is awarded to Anne Catherine Jennings and
Ethane Mary O'Brien.
The Emer Walsh Memorial Medal is awarded to
Ethane Mary O'Brien.
The Surgeon Hugh Boyle Kennedy Medal is awarded to Brendan Rowan. The Angus J. Curran Medal in Otolaryngology and the D.K. O'Donovan Medal in Medicine is awarded to Shane Kelly. The Dr. Mary J. Farrell Medal for General Practice and the Professor Sean Malone Medal in Psychiatry is awarded to Damien Kelly. The Kerwin Medal and Prize in Ophthalmology is awarded to Anja Dietz. The Brian McGovern Perpetual Medal is awarded to Dara John Hurley. The John McGrath Memorial Medal in Forensic and Legal Medicine is awarded to Niamh Crowley, Laura Stevens and Mark Ward. The Lorcan Miller Memorial Medal is awarded to Mark Glynn. The Paediatrics Medal and the 1941 Medal is awarded to David O'Driscoll. The Professor Niall O'Higgins Medal for Surgery is awarded to Jennifer Dowd. Congratulations to you all on your graduation day. Now I'm honoured to ask Minister for Health Simon Harris TD to address you.
Hello there. I want to start this pre-recorded message by thanking Michael P. Keane, the head of the medical school, for kindly inviting me to say a few words to you on this most important day in your lives. I only wish we could all be together physically. How you got to graduate here today will no doubt be a personal story. Maybe you came straight from secondary school into UCD's medical school. Maybe you got here today via the graduate entry programme. Maybe you're an international student who crossed continents to get here to Ireland. Maybe you're the child of medical doctors. Or maybe you're the first in your family ever to go to university. But whatever the story of how you came to graduate, no doubt today will be personal. But you don't graduate alone. You graduate as part of a class of 228 dedicated, talented, committed students. A unique class living in unique times. This is a day I assume many of you will have been dreaming about for years, as you studied hard, gained clinical experience, and grew in confidence of your knowledge of medicine. But one thing I'm very confident of is that none of you dreamed of partaking in this virtual conferring ceremony, isolated from your classmates. Today you don't get to walk out across the O'Reilly Hall into the lawn in front of the Belfield Lake to have your picture taken at that iconic space with your family and friends. But you will, I'm sure, have a never to be forgotten day. While obviously today we rightly focus on you, the class of 2020, I want to also thank the staff of UCD's medical school, both academic and administrative, who have gone that extra mile to make sure you can graduate early so that you can join the front line as qualified doctors in May rather than in July, and we need you. For some, no doubt, there will be a sadness today, and of course there will, because due to the COVID-19 restrictions, your families can't physically join you in your celebrations. But I want to assure you, you're not alone, and you're very much in the thoughts of your families, your friends, your classmates, the Department of Health, and everyone here in this country. We're so delighted you've become doctors. One of the consequences of these challenging times is that instead of just offering over 700 intern places as we normally do, we've over 1,000 positions to fill. And I really hope you'll avail of this and continue training with the Irish Health Service. We really need you now. I understand that some of you, some of our international graduates, may face difficulties in taking up positions here as interns due to, for example, tightening travel arrangements. But I want to assure you that our Health Service, our Department of Foreign Affairs, and the Department of Business, Enterprise and Innovation will do everything it possibly can to help you encounter any difficulties you may discover. In just 17 days, you, the UCD Medical School class, will start your induction as interns. And you'll be doing so during a once-in-a-life opportunity. But this stage will too pass. You're at the start of what I'm sure will be very rewarding and worthwhile careers. And 40 and 50 years from now, when you're thinking of retirement and slowing down, you'll look back at this time with pride, and you'll quietly say to yourself that you made yourself available to provide care when it was most needed to the Irish people. Thank you again to Professor Keane for inviting me to participate in this ceremony. My congratulations to the graduating UCD Medical School class of 2020. This is a difficult and tough time for our country. It's a difficult and tough time for the world. But I'm so proud of the people we have working on our front line in the Irish Health Service, and I'm so proud you're joining them in our national and international battle against COVID-19. Enjoy your day. Cohortigas. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Ireland's Chief Medical Officer and UCD graduate, Dr. Tony Holohan, will now address you.
Hi there. I'm delighted to have this opportunity to share in the enjoyment of your graduation in UCD. It's 29 years since I was in exactly the same position. A day I remember really well and with great pride. A day in which you can now celebrate the work that you've put in, the achievement that you've had in graduating from UCD as doctors. It's a fantastic achievement for you, but also for your families who have supported you all the way through. But the way in which you will be able to celebrate this is a little different. It's impacted by the virus that we have in our community, the impact that's having on society and on the delivery of healthcare. This will become a reality for you now as you begin to work. It should serve as a reminder to all of us of the importance of humility in the profession. There is a limitation to what we can do and what we can achieve. And sometimes we can only achieve things in terms of the challenge from a public health point of view that we're faced with in this situation by not just working on our own as a profession, but by working as a profession in support of all of the efforts of society. That reminds us of the importance of public health, the collective action, and that we as healthcare professionals are one part of a system, and that sometimes medicine, while it's given us huge advances, can still find it difficult to come up with answers to every medical challenge that we face, to every healthcare challenge that we face. Here is a virus for which we have no immunity, we have no drugs, and at the moment we have no vaccine. So our collective efforts are about trying to protect the vulnerable. They're about trying to protect society from transmission of this virus. But that's all the work that you will have to do, and the work you will have to do with us over the course of the coming months and years. Today is a day for celebration, a day, as I say, to pause, to reflect on a wonderful achievement that you've had for yourselves and for your families, and a day to clap yourselves in the back, to say well done, to look forward to a career which will give you wonderful choices, diverse choices, as you go through life. And maybe even some of you will be inspired to do public health. So get in touch if you are. Have a great day.
Thank you, Dr. Holohan. Your class representatives have been your voice on campus over a number of years. They were your go-to people, and now we are delighted to have both Shauna Hart and Shane Kelly address you. Firstly, we'll hear from Shauna.
Family, faculty, friends and fellow graduates, I'm so very grateful that I get to say a few words on our special day. I know we all expected to be celebrating together in O'Reilly Hall and could never have imagined that we'd be having a virtual graduation ceremony. However, we're so grateful for all the hard work that was put in to make today possible in these unprecedented times. I would like to express my appreciation on behalf of the class to UCD School of Medicine, our lecturers, tutors. You have taught us through theory and practice and have been an inspiration to us all. And to the administration staff who have always had an open door and helped us deal with our many, many problems. I would also like to thank our families. The support you provide, it means the world, so thank you. Finally, I would like to say how incredibly proud I am of the class of 2020. It's been an unforgettable 6 years. This is not an easy time to become a doctor, but I know each and every one of us is more than ready for what the working world will throw at us. Congratulations, stay safe and enjoy your day, doctors.
Thank you, Shauna. Now we'll hear from Shane.
It's a privilege to get to say a few words of thank you on behalf of the class. It's been said that those who study medicine without books go to sea without a map, and those who study medicine without patience fail to go to sea at all. So the first thank you goes to the patients, who are willing to have people who don't really know what they're doing, often don't even know where to stand, be there at some of the most vulnerable and intimate moments of their lives. Also that people that they'll never meet will benefit down the line. To the academic staff who've been our guides on this journey, to the Dean, Michael Keane, and former Dean Pat Murray who set the course, to the clinical leads who guide us into new territories, Yvonne Amara, Roland Cahill, Eleanor Dunnican, Marcus Butler, to Suzanne Donnelly, to Mary Higgins and Fiona McAuliffe, to Sinead Murphy, Walter Cullen, Jared Burry, Alice Garndell, to Donald Shea, John Siri, and to the countless professors and tutors right across the country. Not to mention the wonderful pre-clinical educators we had during our time in Belfield, who are often overlooked at this stage of the course, who are often the most supportive, particularly outside the classroom, and without whom we wouldn't even know the back end of the boat from the front. So to the likes of Cormac Taylor, Pat Fell, Jason Last, to Tom Flanagan, Peter Holloway, Kuman Chang, Marguerite Klein, Amanda McCann, to name but a few, thank you. To the support and admin staff at UCD and on all the clinical sites, without whom the entire show would completely just fall apart. And I'm sure they have just as much of a problem keeping the consultants in line as they do the students at times. To our own personal supporters, our parents, partners, spouses, kids, whoever we have at home who puts up with all our nonsense and just allows us to partake in this journey at all, thank you. To my own mum and dad, who I haven't seen in a few weeks, without whom I certainly wouldn't have been here at all. Firstly, I am very grateful, thank you very much. But secondly, please address all future calls, texts and WhatsApps to Dr. Kelly if you expect any meaningful response. Thank you. And to, last but not least, to the class of 2020, my classmates, some of the best friends I've ever had, the best support, the best educators, the best influence, the best guidance and the best inspiration. And quite often just as equally the worst of all those things, but without whom the entire journey would have not been nearly as worthwhile. It would be remiss of us not to mention one classmate in particular, Ruth Potter, who is being awarded her degree posthumously today. We just want to express our solidarity as a class with those who knew Ruth best, her friends, her girlfriends and her parents, and to know that they're in our thoughts on must be a day of challenging emotions. And it's that kind of solidarity is something I hope we carry forward, be that in 20 days time when we face new challenges on the wards, or 20 years time when we have our own medical students traipsing around after us. So, gorgeous Claire, we've rolled us and hate to touch into the win. Hopefully see everyone legs into all over Slán, agus gur míle maith with.
Thank you, Shane. Now I'll ask Professor Andrew Deeks, UCD President, to address you. Congratulations once again and enjoy the rest of this very special day.
As President of UCD, I take great pride and pleasure in extending my personal congratulations to each one of you who has graduated today. My thanks especially to the Minister for Health, Simon Harris, TD, and to the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Tony Holohan, for their inspirational words to you earlier. As the Minister said, they need you and are waiting for you to put your years of study at UCD to the best possible use. This, of course, has been a year of extraordinary challenge as the entire world attempts to deal with the impact of COVID-19. This is a difficult and worrying time for all of us, but I'm greatly heartened how we as a community here at UCD are responding to the crisis with creativity and innovation and with courage and compassion. In these most testing of circumstances, we truly show what we are made of, individually and collectively. In facing the demands placed on us, we are discovering new depths to our resourcefulness and resilience. As Ireland's global university, UCD has a vital role to play in shaping our response to the current crisis, both nationally and globally, and culturally and scientifically. Becoming a healthcare professional in a hospital or community practice, at home or abroad, means that you will have an impact on those around you, and never more so than in the current pandemic. Through your work, because of what you have trained to become, you will have the opportunity to make a real difference in society. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge our clinical training partners. In the latter years of your education, you have spent many hours in clinical placement at Ireland's finest teaching hospitals, in community settings, and with general practitioners. These relationships work because together we place focus on three priorities: patient care, professional education, and translational research. It's fitting to pay tribute to all these clinicians and to thank them for the role that they have played in your professional development. Here at UCD, we have almost 8,000 international students joining us from over 130 countries, adding enormously to the diversity and quality of campus life and to the UCD educational experience. We bring the best of the world to Ireland and the best of Ireland to the world. So it's a particular pleasure for me to extend an Irish welcome to the families and friends of our international students who have joined us online today. Céad Míle Fáilte, Roíomh Go Léir, 100,000 welcomes to you all. Our mission is to give each of you a holistic education, to inculcate in you a lifelong desire to learn and to create, to instill in you a sense of purpose, a capacity for critical thinking, a desire to make a difference in society, and above all, an awareness of the global community in which you can make an impact. And I hope today that you join or join again the proud community of UCD graduates. You will embrace these attributes and take them with you on the next stage of your life journey. While you were students, you were the core essence of the UCD community. And as you graduate, you carry that UCD badge with you. Wear it well, use it to open doors to advance your own life's ambitions, but also extend a helping hand to those who come after you. Seek to inspire and encourage them. And above all, follow our motto, ad astra, to the stars, by seeking to make your own mark and your own contribution to society. You are now a member of a very proud UCD alumni group of over 279,000 people based in some 169 countries worldwide. And so, wherever your career takes you, I hope that whenever you wear the UCD crest or colours, you will remember your alma mater. I trust that in everything you do and achieve in the future, the values enshrined in UCD of creativity, excellence, integrity, collegiality, engagement, and diversity will remain part of your intellectual DNA. The bonds of solidarity within the UCD community are tighter than ever as we support each other through these difficult days and weeks. I look forward to welcoming you back to campus to celebrate your achievements as soon as it is safe to do so. But until then, I wish you well as you embark on your careers. Take care of yourselves and your families, and take heart in the hope that we will come together again at the end of this journey, stronger and more united than ever. Congratulations once again. Enjoy the rest of this very special day. This virtual meeting of the university is now closed. Thank you for joining us.